livers, because every now and again I tap into live streamers, especially those of let's say what's the word I'm looking for? Nubian descent. And they're always freaking late, man.
Oh man, yeah. Let's debunk that myth, man. You know, let's put away with that, man. There's no such thing as that. You know, we all gotta be organized. We all gotta be professional.
Definitely.
But yes, man. Another week, another Sunday. First and foremost, we thank God making
Amen.
us through, seeing us here again. You know,
Amen.
Can never take these Sundays 6 p.m. for granted. You know, so.
Well, speaking of that, I was going to say, how was your week? But I'm going to do something somewhat conceited and say my week hasn't been the best. You know what I'm saying? As most would have seen on socials. Kind of crazy, man. But just like you said, we give thanks for being able to still turn up regardless and still put in that work, you know, and deliver to the people that bother to turn up to watch and hear what we've got to say on various topics. You get?
Exactly. So 2 things on this one here is we record for live, which is right now, but we record for the future, you know. So those who are gonna watch this in a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time, in 10 years' time, you know, we come together every weekend to, you know, give our opinions. Sometimes this is more surface level stuff, isn't it? We've got the episodes which we delve into deeper stuff, but ultimately are giving you our experience. We're no experts by any means, but we're just people to, I wouldn't say we're middle aged yet, but
Allow that, bro.
We might be, though. We might be.
But the truth, no.
We might be. But
listen,
yeah,
listen. I'm a fronter, innit? I'm fronting. Let me support what you're saying. We are middle aged, fam. We are. We absolutely are. What's the life expectancy rate? 80? An average 70? 80? The average. Probably about 70, 80 years
exactly. I know. You're right.
Bro, we're middle aged, man. You know why I'm saying that? Because sometimes I'll be saying that to people, yeah, and it goes over their heads like, no, I'm still young. And okay, you can be as young as you want. You can do whatever it is that you want to achieve. But let's not forget that the clock is still ticking always, bro. Time is still time. It still has its own relevance. You get? So let's live in a space of can do and anything can be done. But also let's have an element of reality in what we're doing, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Went a bit deep
there,
man. That's not the purpose of today.
No, well, listen, man, this is what I'm saying. Man's leaving future stuff, man, down for the thingy, man. You know. Just give me a second.
It's cool, man. We got a nice juicy topic for you today, people, as always, on this episode of What's Happening on the live. So please feel free to engage. I think we got 3 people in the chat. Who's that? James Philly Ben, shout you up. Welcome to the We Live We Learn What's Happening live chat on a Sunday. You know, we're here every single Sunday. Rain, shine, snow, hospital, caskets. We're here, man. One way or another, we'll be here, bro. So yeah, man, just shout you out for showing up, man. So hi to you, salute you. Hey, I can't hear you, Rems. Can't hear you.
Yeah, no, okay, so can you hear me
now?
Back.
Yeah, you're back.
Saying, don't forget to wipe your feet when you come in, James. So be sure to subscribe. Not just subscribe, you hit that notification button. So you get instant alerts of the exclusive news, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, bro.
Sarah's in the chat. Let's shout them out, bro. Let's shout them out. They're all coming in now. Sarah, shout you out. Sarah X3B9X. Yeah, just watched a weird live video and it was gross, so I had to leave that anyway. What's going on? Listen, Sarah, we're just here to do our regular Sunday check-in with ourselves and with you guys, you know, being a part of that, talking about current themes in culture, you know, sports and entertainment. So welcome. Wipe your feet before you enter, hit the like button, subscribe, please, if you haven't already.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe. We're gonna get into it. We love boxing, we love music, we love entertainment, we love food.
Man's eating on the live. Man's doing the Spencer Fearon special. Yamming on the
This
live.
is our show, right? This is our show.
Time,
This is our life, you know.
You're gonna make me turn into Tunde.
You know what I mean? Big up Tunde. But listen, man, big up Frost Rants, yeah. Subscribe, Sarah, subscribe. Once
Oliver
you subscribe,
Curtis.
come back in the chats, give us a thumbs up, and give us the flag from where you're watching from as well. So if you're watching from Jamaica, want a Jamaican flag. In America, want an American flag. The UK, want a UK flag, yeah? Once you subscribe, please. Without no further ado.
Wait. I got one question, bro. Sorry, I'm on the delay, bro. What's the South London flag? You got to ask them to state their name and where they're from.
It's a pistol. It's a pistol.
Why are you laughing?
It's a firearm.
Do you also like F1? Yeah, I like a bit of F1, but I'll be honest with you, my interest in it was mainly, me personally, was mainly driven by the Lewis Hamilton Max Verstappen battles. I like it when two people are battling and you got, you know, two modern day greats, and especially Lewis Hamilton. He was doing big things for the sport, but since they tried to bump him, I kind of switched off. That last one where they tried to bump him where he didn't win the title, I said, you know what, done with this sport for a minute. So F1's on the back burner for me at the moment. Hazard said, no,
I'm your biggest fan. Big up Hazard, big up Frost. Share the live, share the link, let them know. We're going to be discussing last night's events, fireworks, Ben Whittaker.
Yes, the new star in boxing on the come up. Ben Whittaker, that was like his, I think, 14th fight in the sport. He's just recently moved from Ben Shalom's boxer outfit to Eddie Hearn's Matchroom outfit. I think it was a long pursuit that Matchroom put in to get Ben Whittaker, because they were supposed to sign him straight out of the Olympics. For anyone who isn't familiar with Ben Whittaker, he was in the last, I can't remember what year was that, the last Olympics. He got a silver medal and he made headlines from that Olympics by throwing the silver medal away because he said it's not good enough, he deserves gold. So he really showed to have a bit of a winner's mentality in doing that. He's moved over to the professional arena now, got signed for a big check with Boxer on Sky Sports. We know what happened with them. They've had to move over to the BBC now for business purposes, whatever. But during that time, he was known for his showboating. He got crazy amount of followers and likes after one particular fight when he went viral, to the point where Ice Cube's son, all these actors in America were saying this Ben Whittaker guy is the stuff, just because of his antics. He was moving and taking the mick out of his opponents, which has gone down well with some and not gone down well with others. But that's just a little background on Ben Whittaker, the man who had the little punch up last night. Won yesterday's fight, which was his first fight on Matchroom. He won that fight in the first round, 2 minutes 15 knockout, which funny because he isn't known for his knockout power. You know what I mean? So it's a good look for him. Yeah. It's a good look. It's a good look.
No, it was definitely a good look. I watched the fight. Well, not live. I rewatched it, and yeah, from the get go, you know, you just dominating, and you can see from the ring walk. From the ring walk.
Let's talk about the ring walk, because that's the topic.
I like my ring walks, man. I like my ring walks. You know what I mean? So
talk about the ring walk, bro.
It's funny because the ring walk is just straight off the get go. I'm hearing Dizzy Rascal, so I'm thinking, oh, he's just like walking into Dizzy Rascal. But then when I see Dizzy Rascal come out, I say, oh, they've done almost like a mini concert. You know, those on stage,
sick.
a mini like. Nah, it was sick. It was proper, man. That's big things. I'm seeing a lot of I think a few rappers have walked out with boxers in the past. You know what I'm saying? So I'm noticing this close correlation, just a bit like America anyway, with the music and the boxing. You know, it's
and
like
it's always been there. Go on. I don't want to break your rhythm.
No. You go.
No, you're spitting bars. Spit your bars, bro. You know,
No, but
Mm,
I'm just saying the close correlation. It's all part of the same culture. You know, whether you fight on the mic or you fight in a
mm,
ring or you
mm.
fight on the football pitch. I'm not
Pause.
meaning physically, but like a mental fight. You know,
Mm, mm.
um, this is why you always see everyone understands each other. There's a relation. So no, it was good to see, man. It was good to see. It brought me back to back in the days, and it was the right song for the ring walk anyway. You know, it was. So
You know what
yeah, big
impressed me
up
about
Ben.
it? You know what impressed me about it? Talking about middle age, Dizzy Rascal
What
must be what, 40 now? 40?
I would say 40. Yeah,
40?
yeah,
His breath control, rapping double time for a guy that's been
yeah.
out of the game, supposed seemingly out of the game for time, was so impressive. He had gas. Bro, 50 Cent when he came out with when he came out for Eubank
It's
Jr.,
Chris Eubank.
he
Hmm.
was kind of taking breaths in between, and it looked a bit strenuous for him at times. Dizzy
Yeah,
seamlessly just came in and was just doing double time. Like,
yeah. The
yeah, it was a
performance was sick
performance. It was a
still.
sick performance, bro.
Yeah,
Mm,
performance was sick. No, it was. So something like that, like I said, you do a performance like that,
mm.
you're supposed to like win. Like I used to win. You know what I mean? You get a man coming out, you're supposed to win. And did he show up? Did Ben show up, or did he show up? He's a he's a entertainer, and this is the thing about it. Like they
Mm.
say about sometimes about the showboating. He done a bit less of that, but I noticed him like before the the first knockdown. I noticed like he gave a little nod to his like team side corner in it. Like
Mm.
here we go. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. I was thoroughly impressed with him. Still, you know.
He's carry on.
I, no, I don't think opposition standing the charge at all. People are
Shall we
saying
talk about the
that the
opposition?
caliber.
Shall we talk about the opposition?
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So the opposition, we can't talk about the opposition because we don't know, and that's the thing, right? It's like at this stage, I'm not knocking Ben at all. At this stage of your career, it's good to take fights with so-called unknowns, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be
They said
doing.
he's an Uber driver. They said he's an Uber driver.
Do you know what? In my notes as Uber driver, bro. So shout out everybody in the chat, all you and your boxing knowledge, them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big you up. Yeah, because he was, bro, he
Hmm.
might as well have been an Uber driver. We don't know about this guy for good reason. But I don't have a problem personally with fighters taking on, especially at the beginning of their career, taking on fighters, obscure fighters. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think when you're starting to apply your trade, learn yourself within the ring, learn who you are within the ring, and learn what your skill sets have, what skill sets you
Hmm.
have in the ring.
Hmm.
You fight lower opposition to gain the confidence to continue applying that. It's like you're putting in your 10,000 hours in it. Yeah. Mike Tyson did the same
Hmm.
thing. Everybody who just calls Mike Tyson's name, so Mike Tyson, he's a killer and this and that. Bro, he was fighting relative what people would call tomato cans for his first couple of fights as well. Now, here's the thing. Here's
Hmm.
what's not happening now versus then. What they should be doing is fighting more regularly. If you're gonna fight tomato cans, fight them often. That way, you're getting different looks of what type of fighters with different skills. They might be tomato cans, but they will all have a skill that you can learn from. You know, they
Hmm.
will all have a skill that you can learn how to adapt your skills with. So
Hmm.
you're doing your tutelage. You're basically building your experience level. But then at the same time, you should be winning these fights comfortably and often. And that gives you content in this day and
Hmm.
age, bro. It gives you content, so that allows your star to grow. You get all these highlight reels. It's good that Ben knocked him out. You should be knocking him out because that's a highlight reel that'll go global.
Yeah.
It's Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
People who don't know
Yeah.
nothing about nothing could be like Ben Whittaker, Ben Whittaker, Ben Whittaker, Ben Whittaker, Ben Whittaker. They don't care about the opposition. Look at Deontay Wilder. Oh, he's knocked out 40 guys.
Hmm.
But who are those 40 guys, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's them ones there, bro.
Yeah. 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 They said it.
Mm,
He needs to. He's knocked out enough Uber drivers, part-time Uber drivers. Now, he needs to be given his chance to really showcase himself. But yeah, but you mentioned something, man, really good. The fact that he's moved over to Eddie Hearn.
Match made in
I
heaven.
think that's a great. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. No pun intended. Um, yeah. So yeah, he's around the right people, I think, anyway, in terms of like making the most out of his career. You know, there's a lot. Sometimes I think like in terms of like you can have all the skill, all the talent, and you're right. Like if you're putting people in front of tomato cans, whatever journeymen, whatever they may call them, they're expected after a certain while to, show themselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen him because like, I weren't really watching Ben like that, but then I've seen him here and there, and then I said, no, this guy. First of all, was the entertainment factor. It reminded me of the Nazeems, the Eubanks flipping over, just showing himself. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali. That's what stood out to me first and foremost. And I heard there's a lot of talk about him having to become more professional. You know what I'm saying? And funny enough, after the fight, they were discussing and he said, yeah, less of the showboating. And Eddie Hearn said it as well. He's going to be doing less of the showboating and just more focusing on the boxing. Now, I was
That's
going to
Eddie Hearn
ask
on
you
the
quickly.
rebrand. That's Eddie Hearn on a rebrand tour.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, though, like, how do you feel, obviously, from your experience and just being around it, more so white collar boxing and stuff like that? What's your take on the showboating in boxing, like the Nazeems, the Muhammad Ali's, the Chris Eubanks, the Ben Whittakers? What would you say? How is it something that needs to be like? We don't need any of that. Just keep boxing.
No, bro. Boxing, like any sport, is a sport that needs to have variety. It's a sport that needs to keep evolving. It's like man just said. But in the olden days, they were fighting 100 bums in 6 months, whatever it was. These man could be fighting 5
Do
bums
the
in a year.
maths.
You get what I'm saying? They could be fighting 5 bums in a year, but have that consistent flow so that you're fighting every 2 months, 3 months. Ben Whitaker took no damage in that fight. Yeah, so he can fight again in about a month or two. No problems. Fight another guy. Like, keep building your repertoire, keep building your experience level up. But the point I'm trying to make here in relation to your question is the game has evolved so much now to the point where it needs social media to stay relevant. You understand? And when Eddie came in the game, Eddie's the one who made himself accessible via social media. That's how he was able to rise so quickly, because he was very accessible. He was on Twitter. He was talking, do all the things that promoters never did
Like a
before. He was
Frank Warren.
engaging.
Yeah.
You get? So the fighters now have to balance learning their trade, but also keeping themselves relevant. So part of that relevance comes from the characters that are built, outside of the ring as well as inside of the ring. No one's going to talk to Muhammad Ali, but when Muhammad Ali first came in, he got a lot of stick as well. Yeah. When Naseem came in, he got a lot of stick as well. Now, here's the thing. Ben's at an early stage of his career. So people will say this, that, and the third. Oh, that's disrespectful. That's that. But at the end of the day, who else is doing it? Like on a platform that we can see. That gives a different dimension to the sport. That gives people who don't really care so much for the sweet science, an opportunity to tune in and watch boxing. It's like we spoke about Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua last week, right? No, it's not a real fight in reality, but it could be. It's two guys with two hands, 2 feet. They're going to get into a ring. They're going to fight. But yes, it shouldn't be sanctioned because the levels are so different. However, social media has brought relevance to someone like Jake Paul to the point where he can command these kind of fights. And who is AJ to say, I'm not taking that 50 or 100 mil because you're a YouTube
Let's
fighter?
get it
Why?
right. It's not 50, 100 mil.
Whatever, do you know what I'm saying? 20 mil.
No, that
bro,
makes it.
put it on my table.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
Your table, but let's 100 mil. Easy not to take that 100 mil. If it was 50, you might not take it. 20, you might not take it. It's the money. But anyway, no, good point. And this is the thing. You just hit something very, very important. Like, because our thing, isn't it? It's sports and entertainment. And we always say, oh, it's sport entertainment. It's entertainment sport. You know what I mean? When you bring, well, it is entertainment because at the end of the day, you got to sell tickets.
That's right.
And really, if you're coming in the ring, walking around, sparking someone out in one round and putting them on the floor, no one's paying to see that.
Mm.
No one's really paying to see that. I want my money's worth. I want you to razzle and dazzle me. I want you
Mm-hmm.
to hop around. I want you to shuffle, come
Mm-hmm.
back. You know what I'm saying? I want you
Mm-hmm.
to pose. It's just like, you got to take a bit of WWE. You got to take a bit of WWE. And you got to stand out and
Absolutely.
you got to be memorable. Even still till now, all the flashy stuff that Nazim used to do, yeah, but he's still,
Mm-hmm.
he's still down as one as the greatest, Prince Nazim, in terms for his weight class. You
Mm-hmm.
know, no, you don't agree?
No, Nassim is a Nassim. Nassim is who Nassim is, isn't it? So I've got this little thing on my screen. Yeah, Nassim is who Nassim is, and till this day he's revered as one of the greatest British boxers, of all time. Not just from Britain, but people in America acknowledge that. Even though he went to America and lost, took his first L,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. People know that he was a razzler dazzler, and the thing is with
Mm-hmm.
Nazim could knock people out as well as doing all that. So it's not just showing off; it's
That's
showing off and
yeah,
backing it up as
that's
well.
the important part. You
You
know,
get what I'm
that's the
saying?
important part. You got to be able
Mm,
to back it up. Not can't
mm,
come in the ring, start clowning around. It doesn't have the same oomph unless you're
mm,
able to do something around it. You know what I mean?
mm.
So, so I agree with you, bro. Like, come on, man, you got to be able to express yourself because it is an art form. You know, it's a martial arts. It's an
Expression.
art form. It's an
Great
expression.
choice of words, bro.
So,
Expression. Mm-hmm.
yeah. It is an expression. You get what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. If
I
you've
like what
been
he's doing.
Yeah, I like what he's doing. You know, I
Mm.
like what he's doing. And upon all of that, I've heard nothing but like good words about him, about Ben Whittaker. You
Yeah.
know, even his trainer, his trainers said no. He's like him. He's a good spirited brother. You know what I mean? Um,
He looks it. He looks it.
yeah. So first of all, like as soon as the fight was done and speaking, first of all, I'd like to thank God and you know what I mean, Jesus and his team straight away. You know, the humbleness. So you can say on one hand, okay, the showboat, though he's looking to reduce it, but at the same time, he's a humble enough to know, like, big up his religion and big up his team from the get go.
Mm. Mm.
You know, so now, man, I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him. I
He
want to see what he.
he made a point, yeah. That transition from where he's bigging up God and that. He said
Mhm.
when he had that fight with Liam Cameron where they went over the ropes, big controversy, he was getting slagged off proper.
Yes.
He said
Yeah.
maybe I moved away a little bit from what I was, and and maybe I got a bit too caught up in all the millions of views and likes that I was getting, and I had to return back
Yeah.
to source. So he went and trained with Tyson Fury's cousin, Andy Lee, yeah, who
Right.
also
Right.
trained
Right.
Joseph
Right.
Parker. And you know that
Right.
family,
Right.
quite
Right.
they're very much thank my Lord, my Savior, Jesus Christ. They like that vibe in it. So
Mhm.
they've obviously connected on a spiritual level, him and Andy Lee,
Yeah.
as well as on a
Yeah.
boxing level. And
Yeah.
just to add a bit more techniques into it, Ben Whittaker looks like a tall guy, he's a rangy guy, which is very
Mhm.
Kronk. You know the Kronk from Detroit. That's very Kronk-esque.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Stewart, the old late great Emmanuel Stewart, the trainer who trained
Mm.
guys like Lennox Lewis, um,
Whoa. Yeah.
all the names have got out of my head now. All the tall rangy, I can't even do it, but I'm
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
time as well. But yeah, so as well as a stylistic match, there's also a spiritual match there with
Mhm.
what's his name, with Andy Lee. So, but
Andy.
yeah,
Okay.
he had to learn the lesson, is what I'm trying to say. He had to learn the lesson,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah. I
know.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm,
No. Good highlight because he
mm,
did go into a dip. Got into himself, and I had to go through that. Sometimes you have to go through that. You
mm,
know, and I'd rather him go through it earlier than later. You get what I mean? Because
exactly.
now, the future is very bright for him.
Hmm.
And you know me, I like to. So, oh, okay. Then upon all of that, I heard that his house got burgled.
Oh, really?
Um,
Man, I didn't see that one.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So his house got burgled. But he's but his whole just spirit about it.
Mm,
You know, he didn't let that get to him. He just said, look, this is, you know, 1 minute you're winning, you win a fight, next minute you come home and you've been burgled.
mm,
You know, so it's just the dealings with it. And he seems like he's in the right place mentally
mm,
for the next phase of his chapter of his you know, just he's with Eddie.
mhm.
And yeah, I'm just interested to see where he goes. And this is where I ask you, Yoda, tell me, where do you see him? Tell
uh,
me, man, who you want to see him? What you thinking? Let's look. Let's test your I don't want to say for lack of a better word, your prophecy, your, so we can look back at this and
I like
say,
that.
let's see how it worked out. You know what I mean? Where do you see
Eddie Hearn's watching,
the
so
next?
whatever I say, Eddie Hearn's gonna change it. Say it don't suit my opinion. Say it makes it look like he's the
You
genius.
can't change.
You know them ones.
Yeah, yeah,
Eddie,
yeah, yeah,
don't change
yeah.
it. Oh,
It's all our idea. It's all our idea, man. It's all our idea.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but like, what are you saying? Because yeah, next 3 fights for Whittaker in no particular, no, you know, in particular order. Actually, let me write this down.
I'm gonna answer this in two different ways, right? And
Because
if you're talking about names, now let me not go with the names first. What I would like to see Ben do, and I kind of touched
I'd
on it
rather
earlier
that, yeah.
on.
You know what? Who would you like to see? Because they can throw in you old tomato, like you said, that we don't even
Right.
see coming. But
You
what would
get
you like to see next 3 fights? That would
so
take him into 2027, right? You say three
yeah.
fights next year,
So for the next year,
two to three,
I
two to
think.
three next year, isn't it? I don't
Do
think
you
it'll
know
be more
what?
than 3 next year.
Do you know, I would like. Okay, so I'm gonna throw two names for next year because these guys like having 2 fights like maximum per year, which I don't agree with, right? But if we're
Uh-huh.
talking, the problem is once you hit a certain level, it's hard to drop back down. That's why they don't take those
Hmm.
fights too soon. But I would like
Yeah,
to see him have 5 or 6 fights next year,
yeah,
and the only way to
five.
achieve that is to maybe have two names in that window. You get me? The two names I would
Mm.
have in that window. I was going to say Dan Aziz, but Dan Aziz is actually fighting Craig Richards. Dan Aziz is fighting Craig Richards, so we probably
Yeah.
won't see that unless he fights Dan Aziz later in the year. Then cool.
Hmm.
So Dan Aziz, let me put Dan Aziz as one. Before that, I'd like to see him fight the guy who Joshua Buatsi just fought, Zach Parker. I'd like to see him fight that guy. These aren't big names, but they're recognizable enough names for for people to say, okay, Ben Whittaker's moved up a level. Those are
Hmm.
two. Do I want to see him fight Ezra Taylor as well? That's 3 names I'll throw in the hat for 2026.
Mm.
Yeah. But in between then, I don't mind him having 2 or 3 other
Dan
fights with
Aziz,
bums. You know what
Dan
I mean?
Aziz, Zach Parker,
Zach Parker
and who?
and Ezra Taylor.
Taylor.
Mm. These are the 3 fights I not only want to see him have, but I expect him to have next year. He needs to
Win.
be pulling
Dan
out one of those
Aziz.
names. Dan
Dan
Aziz,
Aziz.
Zach Parker.
Win, lose, draw.
What's that?
Win, lose, draw. Dan Aziz versus Ben Whittaker.
Yeah, but bro, it's mad because obviously Dan Aziz is Mandem, innit? He's from your borough, innit? Blue Borough. So
Yeah. The Nigerian
Mark's
brother from the
cousin,
Blue
innit?
brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay
So you have
then.
to
Well.
support the Mandem. But in terms of seeing the sport move on and stuff, it'll be good for them to have a fight. I do think Dan, respectfully, is more on the way down or out than what's his name, Ben is. So it's
Mm.
more of a leapfrog for Ben. Obviously, Dan can eat good food off that fight because it's Ben Whittaker. So
Hmm.
everybody benefits, in that sense. I'll say Dan primary. Let's get some money in South London's pocket, innit? You get what I'm saying? Dan Aziz. In terms of Zach Parker,
Guy
yeah.
did not even. So Ben wins, yeah.
Are you asking me if he wins?
Yeah, that's what I meant, bro.
Yeah, against Dan Aziz. Against Dan Aziz, yeah, I think Ben should beat Dan Aziz. I think Ben has the more natural talent. If I'm honest with you. So if he applies himself and works hard, and he's the A side, he's the money man, isn't it? So he should be winning. Otherwise,
Is that
he's not ready.
yeah?
You
Zach
know,
Parker.
he should wipe Zach Parker. Zach Parker did not look good against Boazzi. It's just that Boazzi didn't look good
Yeah.
either. These fights, he
Mm.
should be winning them comfortably, but they're names that
Ezra.
will make him. Ezra Taylor again. Ezra Taylor. I think Ezra Taylor fought yesterday, but I didn't see the fight.
Mm.
But yeah, he should be. All three of these guys, he should be beating them before he starts looking at the Anthony Yards, the Joshua Boazzi's. He needs to leave Callum
Mhm.
Smith alone. We should have Craig Richards on that list, but again, another South London representative. But I don't think it's not that Ben Whittaker ain't better than Craig Richards. It's just that I think Craig Richards is a very difficult style for
Mhm.
Ben Whittaker. So I would avoid that one
Yeah.
if I was his manager.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how Mark's
Mm.
iron, the Marksman's predictions come into play for 2026. Yeah.
5 fields.
So it's December tomorrow, man. Huh?
Hey, that quickly, man. So 5 field just jumped in. He said, "What are we talking about? We're talking about Ben Whittaker. Ben Whittaker's matchroom debut fight yesterday night, where he knocked out his opponent Gaveski. Yeah, he's looking
I
like
like my elf.
Eddie.
Healthy.
Listen, people. Hey, Rem's got hands, you know. Rem's got hands.
No,
Just letting you know.
I'm a survivor fighter.
Hey, from the streets of Lewisham.
I'm a professional survivor.
I hear that.
But listen,
I
big
hear
up
that.
Theo. What is it, Theo or 5 Heel? LeBron. Big yourself up, man. Listen, man, be sure to subscribe. You know, we're in a sort of like a preparation for season 2 of the We Live We Learn podcast. We realize we're over our 30-minute time, but yeah, be sure to subscribe to the platform. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an auntie, tell an uncle. We specialize. We talk about music, sports, and entertainment, which me and my co-host Marksman are well experienced within. So be sure to subscribe, man. You know, be sure to subscribe. Anything else? Anything else on the way out, man?
Final thoughts,
Bro.
bro. Living and learning. Shout out Ben Whittaker for overcoming the difficulty that he went through when he fought Liam Cameron. He obviously came back against Liam Cameron with a big KO to kind of reposition his name in the division. And shout out to him for understanding what he needed in terms of his spirituality to help him push forward. And that's what this is all about. You know what I mean? The highs and the lows,
That's it,
and understanding what it is that we need to push forward. So shout out Ben Whittaker for that. And if you're out there and whatever's going on, again, Ben Whittaker's not special. We all got the same things. We all got the same abilities, and we could all turn it around. Just know that, you know what I mean? You got it in you, within yourself, man.
Nothing to say, man. In closing, man, subscribe to our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and
Facebook,
everything else.
Spotify, Apple Music.
I know that keeps
We're everywhere. Don't play with us. Don't give us that Spotify, you can't find us. We're everywhere. You get me?
Yeah. Click the thumbs up button and stuff like that, man. But yeah, all right then, man. Enjoy your week. Yeah, go and live it and go and learn it.
Bang, you know what? That's a sign off and a half. Wait,
live.
Tell the production team, man, run the music, bruv. Run the closing music, bruv. And then locked it.
Run the titles.
Hey.
You want that kung fu roll out, yeah?
Bro, proper. With man sitting on the wooden. Nah, we're doing it. Proud of you both. Cuddles Cole, thank you very much. Appreciate that comment, man. We're just out here trying to give the nudge. We're supposed to sign off, but it's good. Let's take some time out to appreciate our people, innit?
Anything to subscribe, man. Thumbs up, please. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up. You know, we need to put the money jar there, bruv. Anything for the boys.
Anything for the boys. Man's moving like the trolley man
Hey,
in Mohammed Murtala Airport.
bro, listen. Bro, listen, I'm not even gonna even. But where we went to for your birthday, yeah, the security was on that, bro. I said, this is not Nigeria. Lad, anything for the boys, anything for me. You got something. I'm like, lad, you're saying that, bro. I couldn't believe it, man.
But you know what?
But yeah, let's
Big boys get asked big boy questions, bro.
I hear you still.
Period.
All right then, cool, man. What are we saying? So yeah, let's keep it moving, man. All right, cool. We live.
We learn.
We learn.
We're live.